Hey, what's up? I'm Ashley. Thank you for watching this video. And today we're going to be talking about Gap the Series, episode 12, season finale. And let's start where things left off when Sam told her grandma that she's not marrying Kirk and she ran up out of there with Mon. Her and Mon go back to her house and Sam is panicking. She's worried that something's going to happen to her grandma now because she told her that she's not marrying Kirk. She's feeling guilty. She's feeling overwhelmed. And I'm like, girl, chill out. How can one person have so much control over your life? I don't care what they've done for me. They're not about to have all this control over my life. I'm going to marry who I want to marry. Mon is trying to let her know that just because she walked out on her grandmother doesn't mean that she abandoned her. Sam really be getting on my nerves sometimes because, like, really, you're a grown woman. You're doing what you want to do. You don't have to always do what your grandma tell you to do. You know, grandma, really, you listening to your grandma. During these first few episodes, it was insinuated that Sam was this strong woman, but really, she's weak. I mean, she said to Mon that if I go back over there with my grandmother, I might give in and marry Kirk. How could that happen? Like, how could that make that happen? If I was Mon, I would say, get up out my face with that. Get up out my face. Go listen to your grandma like you're 10 and go marry Kirk then. You're not about to keep doing this back and forth with me. Not this back and forth. And Mon be getting on my nerves too because she's too calm, patient, and understanding. It's borderline dumb. So then Kirk calls and lets Sam know that her grandmother has heart failure and that she's in the hospital right now. And of course, Sam is thinking that this is her fault. She caused all of this. So she runs up out of there and she leaves Mon standing there by herself. And she left Mon at the house for 3 days, 3 whole days by herself. And Sam be tripping because, girl, Kirk even said that she has heart disease. How you gonna cause her to have heart disease within a few minutes? How you gonna have her have heart disease within a few minutes? So Sam gets to the hospital and her sister is there. And her sister looks at her and says, didn't I tell you to rebel against grandmother? You're weak. And that she is. That she is. But Sam looks at her and she's like, well, why are you here then? You want me to rebel so bad? What about you? Why are you here if you don't care about grandma? And she looked at her and she said, I'm waiting for her to die. What? Who says that? Even Sam said, that's BS. She was just trying to put on the front and like she didn't care. But for real, who says that? And we also found out that the reason why Sam's emotions is all messed up, she be smiling when she's mad and no one knows what she's really feeling, is all because of her sister, because her sister told her to hide your emotions and do the opposite of what you're really feeling. That's just twisted. But back to Sam ghosting Mon for 3 days. She left Mon in her house for 3 days while she was at the hospital with her grandmother. Mon was calling and texting her and Sam didn't reply or pick up to nothing. So Mon, you're telling me it took you 3 whole days to finally leave that house? By the next day, I would have been up out of there. I would have stayed there that day. I would have been like, okay, you know, she just found out today. Her grandmother just got in the hospital today. You know, I'll give her some time to call me back in the morning. And if she did it, I'll be up out of there. Not 3 days. So she finally packed her little bag up and she's rolling it down the driveway. And then she turns back, looks at the house again, reminiscing about the old times. Girl, if you don't drag that little suitcase down that driveway and get up out of there. But Sam wasn't just ghosting Mon, she was ghosting all of her friends too. No one's heard from her. This relationship between Jim and T is hilarious. They stay coming for each other's neck. All the time, they at each other's neck. T just basically called Jim ugly. And a few minutes before this, she said that her baby was going to look like a puppy. But they were both some of the best moments in this series to me. I really enjoyed them. There goes Mon crying again over the indecisiveness. So Mon's friends thought it was a good idea to bring her to Sam's wedding photo shoot with Kirk. They were basically saying that this is the only time that you're going to have to talk to Sam. Is it though? So we see Sam and Kirk taking their pictures and Sam is looking so depressed. But you brought that on yourself, girl. So Mom was like, I gotta go to the bathroom. And then we see Sam telling Kirk that she gotta go to the bathroom too. And on the way to the bathroom, they end up meeting up. And we see them talking for the first time in days because, you know, Sam has been ghosting her. And what makes me upset is that the first thing that Mon asked Sam was, how have you been doing? Have you been doing well? What? First of all, where have you been? Why haven't you called me? Why haven't you answered any of my calls or texts? Why you leave me at the house like that by myself? What's wrong with you, girl? And why are you so weak? That's all my questions for her. The first few questions, at least, because I got a lot more. But Sam's going to be like, oh, my grandmother asked me to marry Kirk. don't care what my grandmama asks me. If I don't want to do it, I'm not going to do it. And then she says, I'm horrible. I'm indecisive. I'm useless. Yep, that's true. That's right. I'm glad you're self-aware. I'm just so upset about the whole situation. And then we have Mom talking about, I will always love you. I don't see Whitney Houston. Why is she saying I will always love you when she left you hanging like that? And she's standing right in front of you in a wedding dress that she's planning on wearing with Kirk. And she's taking wedding pictures in this dress with Kirk, not you. And you said, I will always love you. Stop. Turn it off. And then we have Sam saying, so this means we broke up? Huh? So you telling me, because you cannot be telling me that you thought you and Mom were still together after you ghosted her for all these days and you standing up there taking pictures with Kirk in a wedding dress. You thought y'all were still together? Get out my face. Stop playing with me. And then there goes Mom boo-hooing again. Boo-hoo, boo-hoo. Cry me a river. Cry me a river. Now Mom has decided that she's moving to England. She's getting her a job out there. And she asked Jim and Kay to not tell Sam because she doesn't want Sam to worry about her. But me, I wouldn't care how Sam is feeling right now. But I don't understand how Sam didn't hear her tell them this because she was standing right there. She was hiding out from Mom. She didn't want Mom to see her. Even Jim was like, you're being really mean. Don't you think you're being mean? And what was funny to me was that Mom was slowly taking Sam's pictures off of her wall. Like, she didn't take them down all at the same time. It's like she took them down 3 at a time or something. So now is the time where Mon is saying her goodbyes to her family and her friends. They're seeing her off. She's on her way to the airport. And while all of this is happening with Mon, Sam is having a moment with her grandmother. Her grandmother is finally having a breakthrough. She's finally seeing the light. Not that light, but she's finally seeing the light. After Grandma saw Sam almost pass out and she's been noticing how unhappy Sam has been, Sam can marry whoever she wants to as long as that makes her happy. Even Kirk came to his senses and he went to Grandma to let her know that he doesn't feel comfortable marrying Sam. After all this time, Grandma has finally given Sam her blessing to marry Mon. But if I was Sam, I wouldn't care about Grandma's blessing. I would have been marrying Mon anyway. So after Grandma finally tells Sam that it's okay to have your own life, live for you, not me, Sam drives off in her yellow car to go find Mon. She's trying to call her friend Jim. She's not answering. No one's picking up Sam's call and she's wondering why. Oh, you want to know why nobody's answering? They were wondering that when you wasn't answering their call. But she ends up seeing this picture that they just posted online and knows that they're going to the airport. So she is going full speed. She got the pedal to the metal, trying to catch up with Mon in this car. And it was so dramatic because they made it seem like Sam cut them off real bad. But when you look at it, the cars are like 2 miles away from each other. The cutoff wasn't even that bad. It was just so dramatic. But anyway, Sam runs out of the car. She goes to hug Mon and she tells her to don't go to England. And tells her that since she lost her, she hasn't felt joy. But it took her so long. It took her like probably 2 whole minutes to even let Mon know that her grandmother says that they can get married now. I'm like, that's what you lead with when you run out of the car. You say, my grandma say we can get married. My grandma say we can get married. Not, don't go to England. Maybe say that after you say, my grandma say we can get married. And look at her friends. About time, you jerk. Right. I couldn't agree more. And whoever this boy is, him and his family are important. And he came over to give Grandma a fruit basket. And while he was over there, he pretty much let her know that gay is okay. Stop tripping. Gay is okay. She was actually listening to somebody else. Then we get to the wedding and everybody showed up. Everybody from work. Grandma was there. Grandma was there. Can you believe how far we've come? Even Sam's sister was there and Grandma and the sister was getting along. They was talking and smiling to each other. We even saw Sam's grandma telling Mon's mom and dad that seeing Sam happy makes her happy. What? I can't believe it. Then we see Sam and Mon walking down the aisle looking so good. I liked how they were all wearing pink. I like how they switched it up though and have her wearing white now and Sam's the one wearing pink. And then they did this whole thing where Sam said, I used to like the color gray. I never liked pink, but you changed my world. Now I know that pink is not that bad after all. I see what they did there. And I like it. Thank you for existing. We shall never be apart. Oh my God, stop it. They put the rings on. Look at her kiss her hand like that. Look at her kiss her hand like that. And not the pink rings. Not the pink rings. We see them walking, getting the flowers thrown in their face. They do the whole bouquet thing. Kirk and Sam's friend Kate caught the bouquet at the same time. Kirk, you better let that bouquet go. Let it go. But overall, I really did like this series, and I'm sad that it was the last episode. They did have a lot of ups and downs and a lot of back and forths, but I was hanging on with them. Where can I see more of these people at? Are they going to have a part 2 or something? Let me know your thoughts on this series and this episode in the comments so we can talk about it. And if you haven't already and want to see more videos like this, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you in my next one.